Welcome, Cancer and Cancer Cross Watchers, to your love reading for this week. So, thanks for stopping by my channel today. I hope everyone's had a great day and that you're okay. Sorry. So I hope everyone's had a great day, and I do want to thank you all for your patience. I know the readings have been released a bit late this week, so I will definitely be getting back on top of everything next week and kind of back to normal. I do have a couple of new, things planned for the channel, so keep an eye out for those. Of course, I will have the mini weeklies coming out on Sunday, and then next week will be the singles new love reads. And the private readings are available again, so if you would like to schedule a private reading with me, my email is below in the description box. Okay, so I think just a second here. I think we'll pull one more card. There we go. So, Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. All right, Cancer. So I kind of feel like somebody is trying to offer you something. I feel like this person may be coming. It feels like they have really deep emotions for you. The Empress talks about that kind of unconditional love. And I feel like they do seem to have much bigger plans for you than they initially come at you with. I feel like this person might be coming at you almost like a bit fun, a bit flirty, more focused on the passion. I feel like they're trying to feel you out a little bit here. And what's kind of a shame is that I feel that if they had a more genuine approach, and not that it's not genuine, but I feel like if they had an approach that's more kind of exposing their vulnerability a little bit more, or their kind of like honest intentions here, I actually feel like you would be feeling a lot more comfortable to jump towards this person. But it's like, it's almost this energy of you looking at this person like, you know what I mean? I feel like you need a little bit more time than you would if they were a bit more vulnerable to how do I say this? To feel comfortable to jump into this with this person. Because I feel like you are someone that is looking for love, but you also are not going to be you're also not going to be getting screwed over here. I really do feel that this person feels like they're not making the progress with you that they want. Not that this person is disinterested, but I feel like they're becoming a little bit, disillusioned isn't quite the right word. It feels like they are starting to a certain extent, to lose the passion for pursuing this connection. And not that they don't want to, I just feel like they're not getting the reaction out of you that they want. And in that, it's like, for example, it's almost like this person may come in and be like, hey, do you want to do whatever? And you're like, well, who are you? What are you about? What do you really want? You know what I mean? And it's not that you're grilling this person, but you've been through it. You have been through it, okay? And of course you are looking for love, but I feel like to a certain extent, you may be, I'm going to call you out a little, you may be in an energy where you are I don't feel that you're tied up by the past or you're hung up on them or you want the past or anything, but it does feel like you were really put through it. And you do seem to have hope for the future and that sort of thing. But I feel to a certain extent you may need more than you would normally, because it's almost like it's like you were treated like garbage in the last relationship, and here comes somebody new. And I feel like if you hadn't had that experience in the past, you would be responding to this person differently. But it's like you're not focused on, but you're not going to get played. Not. I'm hearing like you're not going to get played, not again. So I feel like you are really kind of scoping this person out, and they kind of seem to be feeling truth or truth or not to this person, they feel that it's unfair. And let me flesh that out a little bit. They don't actually feel that you're being unfair. They feel that it's unfair that the two of you couldn't meet before that happened. It's like they feel that it's unfair that things had to kind of turn out this way, that now they have to take this relationship at a much slower pace than they want to. So I do feel that this person, it's like they seem to, their general demeanor is like, yeah, I want to jump into this. I want to da 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 da. And like, hold the phone, Cancer's person. I'm not so sure that that's true, because I actually feel that while you may be in a bit more of a loving energy, you're not as defensive because of the past as Cancer. I actually feel that this person is, they're in the middle of their own healing process, right? In their heart space, we have the Star. And that's that moment after the Tower of like needing to rebuild, almost kind of like surrendering to what's happened and starting to have a bit of hope again. So I actually feel that this person may be intending to come across with wanting a passionate new beginning and all this love and that sort of thing. I'm just not sure that's actually the message that's being received. And it's not that it's not that you're not receiving what they're sending. It just feels like a lot of those emotions that they have for you is a very internal experience, and they don't really seem to be sending that message your way. And I feel, hold on. It could be that this person isn't sending that message your way because they kind of see that you're not really open to it, but they feel that it's like this person starting to hermit themselves because they're not getting the response that they want from you. It's like it's not really doing this connection any favors, because I feel like it's putting you in an energy where you feel that you have to be even more discerning, even more like tapping into even more of your wisdom when it comes to people, more of your intuition, because I feel that you may know on an energetic level that this person definitely wants more, but the fact that their actions aren't really matching what you're feeling in the 5D, or like what your intuition is picking up, it feels like it's giving you pause or reason to kind of hold back here. Because I feel like you know that you don't have all the information. I don't feel that you see this person as like, actively trying to deceive you. I mean, if you saw that, I feel like you wouldn't be involved with them at all. But it just feels like with the Seven of Swords is kind of the situation between you. The Seven of Swords is reversed. So I actually feel that you're kind of looking at this situation like either everything kind of gets out on the table or you're not really going to go for it. And I feel like from this person's perspective, they seem to feel that, hold on for a second, that they don't have to put it all out on the table. I feel like this person, it's almost like they may be starting to lose faith in this even picking up, in something even happening here. And I feel like it's almost like as they start to spark your interest and you start to be like, oh, maybe there's a real potential for love here. Maybe this could really happen. I feel like that's when I hate this. that's when they start to get disinterested and be like, oh, this isn't working. I'm just going to start to back off. I'm going to regroup. I'm going to get into this hermit energy and, you know, kind of work on some healing and make sure that my heart is safeguarded. And I feel like, no, no, don't do that, because it's like you kind of really start to come around, and then this person, they don't give up, but they don't see any progress. So it's like it's almost like they've hit a wall. It's like here someone is you know what it feels like? I'm seeing someone, you know, at the side of a pool, and they've ordered like a burger and fries or something, and they've waited so long for the burger and fries that they don't even want it anymore because they're mad that it's taken so long. And not that you're a burger, you're a steak. We know that. But you know what I'm saying. And I'm not trying to offend anyone that doesn't eat meat, but you know what I mean. So this is the oh, look at this. You guys. So I feel like let me ask you this, Cancer. Are you even ready for this right now? Do you feel ready? Because I feel like this is what it feels like. You weren't really in an energy where you were ready. This person comes around, they act pretty, and it's like they kind of got your feelings going and that sort of thing because they were so sweet and so great. And then you start to be like, oh, yeah, maybe. And they're like, you know what, this isn't. It's like the second before you turn around and be like, oh, hey, they're like, you know what, I'm not getting the results I want. This isn't working. I'm going to turn around and walk away. Okay, let me rephrase that. I don't feel like they're ready to turn around and walk away just yet, but I feel like they're getting into this hermit energy to figure out if that's what they want to do. So, hold on for a second here. I'm just looking at, okay, which deck to use here. What can you tell Cancer about this hermit energy? The Lovers. Holy crap. Holy crap. Listen, this person has a lot of major arcana on their side. Out of the, 6 cards that they have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 of them are major arcana. So whatever this person is kind of dealing with right now, you know, they say that the minor arcana is kind of like the everyday bit of life. That doesn't mean that it doesn't matter or that it doesn't hurt or that it doesn't feel good or anything. It just means that there's some like big changes at play with this person. It's like big choices on how they want to live their life, how they want to move forward. And I feel like this person, they seem to feel that it's like they want that fairy tale romance. I feel like obviously, you know, an Empress sort of energy combined with the Star, they do have their feet firmly planted on the ground, but I feel like to a certain extent, this person may realize that they've idealized love. It's like they kind of looking at, or maybe they looked at love in the past that like the two of you are going to run off into the sunset together. And I feel like they start to realize that love isn't, you know, love isn't a Disney movie. It's real and it's messy, and it doesn't mean that they can't have this, that they can't have a great partner, but it does kind of feel like this person's starting to see that it's almost like they wouldn't, okay, oh, like, all right then. I feel like they start to see that what they, or the progression that they wanted, not what they actually wanted, but how quickly they wanted it to happen. It's like they see that not so much that it's not realistic, but that like it's not actually getting into a relationship that quickly or wanting that much progress that quickly isn't the way to build a lasting connection. So I feel like this person, it's almost like someone's this Queen of Cups here. It's like this Queen of Cups is saying like, yeah, you can hold back, but turn back around. And I feel like somebody seems to be really pointing this person or your person in your direction, saying like, no, 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 you got to go back. You know what I mean? It's almost this energy of like, someone may actually even be saying to this person, I feel for a lot of you, it's more their intuition is telling them that, yes, there's still potential here. It just isn't going to happen the way that they think it's going to happen. It's like if this person wanted like the romance of a lifetime, I feel like they're starting to realize that, um, you know, real love, real lasting love isn't usually that whirlwind romance, right? I mean, of course, it would be nice if it happened, but I feel like they're starting to realize that what they actually want isn't the fantasy. You know what I mean? It's like they want something where the two of you are on each other's team and you create things together. So, on your end here, we have the Four of Wands reversed as your kind of overall energy. So the Four of Wands, even reversed, dude, it's a real good card, right? It's that, I mean, some readers refer to it as the 1111 card. So upright, it's kind of like, soulmate, a really solid connection with somebody. Reversed, I feel like you're kind of, it's almost like, not that you're not ready for a soulmate connection, excuse me, but I feel like you're not in a place where you're just going to fall for somebody without knowing them. You know what I mean? I feel like you actually seem to have a pretty good grounded perception of what you want in a relationship. And I feel like you're looking at this like, yeah, look at the Queen of Pentacles just came out. It's like, hold on for a second. I feel like you want that, you may or may not want children, right? Because everyone is entitled to want what they want. But I feel like you do want that happy family energy, and I feel like you don't want to rush it. I do feel to a certain extent that you may be trying to logic your way out of how you excuse me. There we go. Yeah. You may be trying to logic your way out of how you actually feel about this person. Can you get a card for this? Two of Cups. Just making sure that the so we have the Tower. Yeah, but you don't listen. I feel like you have feelings for this person, but there is a heavy dose of logic. I feel like you got royally screwed over in the past. There is no two ways about it. I feel like whatever happened to you in the past, you had a lot taken from you. And I feel like not only did you give somebody a lot, but I feel like then they grabbed onto what you had given them and they tried to pull out everything that you had. And I feel like you're looking at this situation like, if this person is really interested, then they're going to be cool with going at a slower pace because you're just not going to be jumping into anything with anybody. How is this being perceived by this person? So what is that? Six of Swords. It feels kind of thick there. I was wondering if there was two cards. So I was asking, how is this Ace of Swords being perceived by this person? It's like, listen, they understand, they get it. I feel like this person understands why it needs to happen this way. Excuse me. It's like, excuse me. It's not fitting this like romance of a lifetime idealized version that they had. So they're feeling, they're kind of having a hard time with it, right? Here's the Son of Wands, or this would be the Knight of Wands. So it's like, I feel like this person's realizing that this is just going to take a bit longer than they wanted it to. It doesn't feel like they are, wanting to step outside the connection or feeling like they're going to give up or blah, blah, blah. They just seem a little bit disheartened because it's like you don't seem as excited about it as they do. Can I get a card for the Eight of Cups. Ace of Swords. So we have, okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, so I kind of feel like you're in an energy where it's like you may feel, okay, hang on for a second. If in the past you have been the one that was like giving a lot to relationships, then we do have the Death card at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you may feel at times like you must have your nose up in the air. You know, you must, not that you are going to do anything differently than what your intuition tells you, but I feel like because you've changed your behavior, there may be times where you feel like you're acting that you think you're better than everybody. Not that you think it, but I feel like because you've changed the paradigm, because you have changed how you're going to deal with people, number one, you don't care if that's how you come across, but I feel like there may be times where you feel that it's like you're hoping that other people don't feel like you're putting them down to pull yourself up. And I feel like there's a message here that this person certainly doesn't. I do feel that it's like you're looking at this like either somebody puts the work in or there's going to be no new start, because you are not going to be experiencing another tower moment with anyone for anything, right? And here we have the Father of Cups and the Six of Wands. Hold on for a second. So I do want to say that now throws a little bit of a, because we have the Queen on your person's side, the Queen of Cups on your person's side, and the King of Cups on your side. So I feel like there is a message here that you seem to want somebody that is going to be demonstrative in love, and not, that's not to say that you want someone fawning all over you, right? But it's like you want a real love. You want something where the two of you really fit each other. And I feel like this person, they may struggle to feel that way about the connection while it gets started, because it just seems to take forever to them. For example, and I'm not trying to knock fire signs. I am a fire sign, heavy fire in my chart. But I feel like this person, if, for example, they were a fire sign and they want the relationship to pick up like this, and you're over here a water sign, like, hold the phone, let me get to know you, let's see, you know, before you kind of open yourself up to this person, they seem to, it's like they know that they need to learn this lesson, so I don't feel like they're going to be running in the other direction, especially because it's like, I feel like this person will have someone in their life that's like, dude, Cancer's everything you've been looking for. Just freaking wait for a second. And I feel like they're like, oh, I know. So I feel like there may be times where it's like you see that this person doesn't. I'm seeing the two of you at the movies or something, and it's like they seem to be not disinterested in you, but it seems like their heart isn't in it, and you seem to be really enjoying yourself. And I feel like that may cause you to, it's like not so much that it's a red flag, but it's like you're filing it back there. And I feel like there's a message here that, and again, this may be very specific, this person wasn't, it's like their heart wasn't in it because they didn't want to be there with you. It's almost like the two of you may have just watched like a romantic movie or something, and they're kind of like, ah, damn it. Like, they just kind of wish they could have that with you now. So can we get some final advice for... So we do have the Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck with the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands talks about waiting for your ships to come in. So I do feel here, Cancer, that if you want this person, there's no bit of advice here that's like, oh, you should just rush to the, you're like, rush to the altar, that you should just rush to the thing. No. It does feel that this person may need, it doesn't feel like they need you to tell them that like the two of you are gonna, you know, get hitched tomorrow. But I feel like they need to know that you do, despite the fact that the two of you aren't, you know, jumping into a connection really quickly. I feel like they need to know that there's potential between the two of you and that you see that potential in them. It's almost like they kind of need to know that this isn't just a, and not that you would do this or they think this about you, okay? But it's like they need to know that this isn't just a time filler for you. I feel like in order for them to really feel excited about this again, it's like they need to know that um, you're also excited about it. You know what I mean? It's like maybe you need it a little bit slower, maybe you need a little bit more time. Um, it's like if if it was up to this person, they text you every day, but you kind of need a little bit more space. You need time to kind of like adjust to that sort of dynamic. And I feel like this person, you don't have to lay your soul bare for them if you're not ready to do that, but they do need to know that you look at them the way that you do. Because I feel, Cancer, that if you didn't want this person, if you didn't see something in them, this reading wouldn't exist and you wouldn't be watching it. You know what I mean? It's like it wouldn't be here if you didn't actually really think that there was potential in this person. I feel to a certain extent you're holding yourself back because it's like you're not going to be put into another tower moment by one more freaking person. So there is a message here that you can communicate to this person that you are invested, that you do see the possibility for a Two of Cups with them. It's without putting yourself in a place where you're feeling like you're giving too much. There is a way for you to do that. And I think it's it feels like it's not a big to do. I feel like it's just smaller moments. It's just kind of little hints along the way, little extra add-ons that for certain sentences, or it's like I keep seeing you, like let's say the two of you are walking down the street and they kind of have their hands in their pocket and you just kind of grab onto their arm and the two of you walk down the street arm in arm. It's those sorts of things actually that really seem to produce that feel good, that kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, it's like that seems to kind of rev their engine again. So it's like and not that they're starved for affection, but it's just like they just need small signs along the way that they're not the only person in this, that they're not the only person that is excited about you. That they're not the only person that is excited about the possibility of this connection and what it can bring for both of you. So I will leave it there, Cancer. If you've made it to the end of the reading, I do want to thank you. If this reading resonated, I hope it was helpful. I hope that it brought you some clarity and some encouragement. So, of course, the weeklies, the mini weeklies will be out on Sunday, and then starting next week, the singles and new love reads will be out. And we'll see you on the next one. Much love. Bye.